Recently, I reviewed Disney's second animated feature, Pinocchio, which I want to thank y'all for making get some good views, by the way. It's gotten 16 views so far. Thank you. And I just finished watching the brand new live action remake, now streaming on Disney Plus. But is this live action adaptation of Disney's second animated feature another surefire winner for Disney? Or is it just going to leave a big pile of sawdust behind? Find out right now in this spoiler free review. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. This time around, I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released new musical fantasy comedy flick Pinocchio, released by Disney, directed by Robert Zemeckis from a screenplay he did with Chris Weitz. This is a live-action remake of the 1940 animated film of the same name, based on the 1883 Italian book The Adventures of Pinocchio. The film stars Tom Hanks along with Cynthia Erivo and Luke Evans, along with the voices of Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, who voices the title character, Joseph Gordon Levitt as Jiminy Cricket, and Keegan Michael Key. Now, if you have checked out my review of the original, then you probably know the story. But this is spoiler free, and I'm not going to tell you any of the story and what have you. Now, this film unfortunately has been getting bad reviews from everybody. So apparently, this beats out even the Lion King remake from 3 years ago, having the worst score for a live action remake of a Disney film. I can't really complain, what have you. Some felt it lacked the charm of the original film, and was unnecessary, while criticizing its writing, plot, dialogue, and deviations. Well, now I agree on some of this and what have you. Now, it did lack the charm for some of the parts, but I will say the story is okay and what have you, and plot. But let me say this was not an actual shot for shot remake like The Lion King was, however. Now, now the music for this was done by Alan Silvestri, who did the score for this, and I'm going to say that was reasonable and what have you. And of course, we hear When You Wish Upon a Star, performed by Cynthia Erivo, who played the Blue Fairy, and that was really good in ways. I think that was one of the factually decent things about the film and what have you. Now some of the songs we've heard in the original are in this, including Hi Dill Dee Dee and I've Got No Strings are featured. Now Silvestri and Glenn Ballard, who I'm pretty sure I remember that name before, wrote new songs for this here project. But anyway, yeah, some of the music was okay and what have you. Not great though, but now another issue I kind of feel is the CGI. Now they made Geppetto's pets, Figaro and Cleo, kind of got a bit of a yeah. I wasn't too impressed with the CGI they used on Figaro. Cleo was factually okay and what have you. Now, hmm. Well, now something that I did like was I liked how all the colors they used and what have you for the pleasure line bit. Once we get into it anyway, but it gets a little well. Now another thing I wasn't too thrilled with was the appearance of Luke Evans as the coachman and had his own song of his own. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he deserved a song. Now, Now, Tom Hanks who plays Geppetto, well, let me put it this way. He does an okay job, but the accent he used was not great, though. Unfortunately, that's kind of another issue I've got with this. Now, Giuseppe Baston plays Stromboli, the Italian puppeteer. Now, I think he was okay and what have you. Now, I did like the new members of this and what have you. Let's see. That was a character of Fabiana, played by Cayenne Lamaya. Yes, who was a former ballerina and dancer and puppeteer who works for Stromboli, who, as a result of a leg injury, that ended her dancing career. And, well, she controls Fabiana, a puppet whom Pinocchio befriends. And I gotta say, they were good too. Now, I will say Monstro kind of appears much more different. He's more like a sea monster instead of a whale, but he still has that big mouth like he had in the animated film, though. Now, now as for voice acting, I think this is where it kind of saves this film in some ways. Now, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I will say he does a good job in voicing Jiminy Cricket. He did pretty good. Let's see. Lorraine Bracco voices Sophia, a friendly seagull. That's a new character. Keegan Michael Key voices Honest John, who, well, he was reasonable, but I gotta give big credit to young Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. I'm pretty sure, yes, yeah, he's the young one who did the voice of the title character of Pinocchio. Well, I'm going to say he was probably another one of the good aspects about this film. But to me, I feel like it's mostly a mixed bag. So I'm considering the live action Pinocchio to be an okay movie. Now, if your kids want to check out, I just give it just one time watch. And if you're not satisfied with it, then don't watch it again. Stick with the original. I appreciate them trying to do their best. Robert Zemeckis did his best on directing, yes. But again, this isn't really one of the best live action remakes, though. But anyway, so that's all I'm going to tell you about this here movie. Everything was okay and not great. Now, some of the cast was okay to good and what have you, but and the musical score by Alan Silvestri was good too. Some of the visuals weren't too bad either. So anyway, for my score, I'm going to go just a little light on this. I'm going to be giving Pinocchio 2022 2.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 5. That's as high as it's going to get. Sorry. So if you have seen the Pinocchio remake, you can let me know what you thought about it. I'd say a lot of y'all probably will avoid it. If you want to tell me you've done that or whatever, just please, by all means, I don't care what you want to say. Just tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned, I will have another video coming up soon. So thank you for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out some of these other films that I have recently seen on Disney Plus in these last few years. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the Disney Pixar animated feature Luca, which actually takes place in Italy. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of Disney and Pixar's recent hit Turning Red from earlier this year, or if you would like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and you can see my review of the original Pinocchio. I've decided to just go ahead and put it there instead of suggesting at the beginning, okay? Instead of putting it at the beginning, alright? Good. Just in case if you haven't seen it. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.